Never waste the opportunity to put in a roundabout. At least in this little town. I actually like them. Keeps things moving. Eliminates the chance of T-boning, which is horrible if it's ever happened to you. But that aside, I have been really enjoying another roundabout here. The Strongsville recap videos. And it got me thinking, there's still a couple stories from last year's National that I never got to tell. And what better opportunity than my drive to work here to just get them all out there. And these aren't really, these are kind of amusing anecdotes. They're, almost like a Griffith style comments. So bear with me, you're not going to be doubled over in laughter, tears rolling down your cheeks kind of stories, but they're amusing, they're funny to me, so figured I'd share them with you. Wanted to go, let's see if I can go in order. So arrive in Cleveland, and I meet John 3D80's kid and Vintage Sanctuary, Adam, at the airport. We take an Uber to the house, claim our beds. A couple people had been there and gone on to the Guardians game. And then several people were coming in sort of throughout the late afternoon and early evening. And so John and Adam and I, we had some spare time. We went for a little walk and just sort of scouted out the little area there around the frat house. I got dinner at a really good, really nice burger place, made to order burger, and just we had time to chat and stuff. And so I knew Chris from Missouri was coming in later, and I said to one of them, I said something like, "Hey, when Chris gets here, I'm going to say, Chris, good to meet you. Where are you from?" And either Adam or John or both of them kind of smiled, thought that was, funny enough. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to use it. I'll use it. So the guys get back from the game. There's like, 6 of them. And then I want to say maybe either right before or right after that, Jason, everyday card collector, shows up. And then Chris shows up with his friends, and maybe one other person came at the same time. It was a lot of people. But Chris he's carrying like 2 suitcases, and he's tired and obsessed with getting a drink, of course. But he comes into the back door, and keep in mind, I've never met him before, but I'm waiting there with my joke, right? So here it goes. He comes in. Chris, where are you from? Hey, Eddie, that's great. Where can I put this stuff? It didn't even have time to acknowledge. He just wanted to know where his bed was going to be and where to, when he could pour his drink. He just glossed right over it. So, I don't know, that just stuck with me. Just, where? Chris, where are you from? Hey, Eddie, good to see you. What's going on here? It just all business, because he was tired, and that one was really great. The next morning is Wednesday, and we all want to go out to breakfast. And there's a lot of us. I don't know, 12, whatever. I don't know, there's a lot of us. And we find a place on, through Google Maps or whatever. And so we decide who's hopping in with who. A lot of us didn't have vehicles. And so I'm with Joe and Forsyth Corners, and he's driving, I'm in the passenger seat. Then there's 2 people in the back, and I'm forgetting exactly who it was, but I agreed to be the navigator. I put the address in my phone, and off we go. And we're less than a mile from the house. We're merging onto a major freeway. And someone says, what are you after? And this and that. And I started talking about like my tertiary wants. Like if I see something cool for, Harvey Haddock's collection. And someone asked me, I don't know how it came up, why they thought specifically to ask this, but they said, who's the catcher in that game? And I said, it was Smokey Burgess. And then we started talking about Smokey Burgess and how, I don't like the word underrated, but he's sort of forgotten about. People don't realize kind of how good he was, how good a career he was. And pretty soon I'm missing directions, sort of, to tell Joe where to go. And he could see this is happening, and he handled it pretty cool. He was cool about it. But my phone's making noises, rerouting us, and meanwhile we lost. We were sort of following people too. And before I know it, he's punching in the address in his phone as he's driving. So essentially I got fired. I got fired from reading my phone and telling somebody where to turn because of baseball cards. But that's not a horrible thing to be fired for that. Hey, don't come at me. I just love baseball, that's all. Third story. This one's kind of less in the, I don't know. I don't want to diminish it, but it's funny to me. So, about probably 3 years ago, I stopped drinking alcohol. Well, for a while I drank socially, so at a get-together or a family gathering, I wouldn't drink. But about 1.5 years ago, I decided just to stop altogether. And it's not necessarily for a health reason or religion or anything like that. It's really sort of in honor of some people in my life that shouldn't be drinking. And I guess just to prove that I can not do it, I don't do it. And I also save myself the, potential concern that I'll become one of the people that can't stop. So it's just a decision I made, and I've held to it for 1.5 years or so now, and I'm pretty proud of that. So, but no big deal if someone drinks around me. I'm happy for you, right? Still looks really good. Just I'm not going to do it. So we're at the YouTube get together Thursday night, and there's a bar, and people are ordering beers left and right, which is great. And I'm going and getting I think it was $2 for a can of Diet Coke, and I had gone through like 2 of them. And I'm like, we're here a while. I could go for a third. I drink way too much diet soda or diet pop. Don't come at me, whatever you call it. I don't care. But I'm back there, near the bar, about to get my third can, and George Diamond Yard Sports Cards back there with about 4 others, and they're ready for their next round. And George is going to buy. And, having a beer, it's kind of a manly thing or associated with manly things. And yeah, George, I'll take a beer, and you take this, and what are you having? And Eddie, what do you want? Yeah, Diet Coke would be good. And a Diet Coke. And, he got all these $5 beers and paid for my $2 Diet Coke. And I walked away, checked my wallet for my man card, but it wasn't that. I mean, I keep it in my wife's purse anyway. So, she was back here. So it wasn't going to be in there anyway. But, and George didn't flinch. He's, great. And what's funny is during the YouTube Hall of Fame nomination videos, the Misfits video, I love that George came at me for being a Seahawks fan, because people don't hate like nobody teams, right? Like, I've never even experienced that. He said the only thing wrong with Eddy is that he's a Seahawks fan. And even just, I've never even heard that in my life, because when you're milk toast, it's just not a lot of extremes there. So other than the short run they had. But anyway, that's not really part of the story. George mentioned that I bought him a beer in Atlantic City, and I didn't remember that. I'm not saying I didn't, but he might have been getting my Cleveland beer as, sort of a got you back. And I end up with the Diet Coke. But that's really all I had on my mind. Just really wanted to, hadn't got a driving video out here in a while. Not a lot going on with the channel. I am doing more TTMs as promised. I got a nice stack for April, which I'll be sharing here, late next week or week after that. And really, I'm putting every dollar I can into savings for the National, other than paying for a few forfeit TTMs. I am really trying to squirrel some away. I want to go with a record amount, and to do that, I need to make some sacrifices now. I've, for the most part, unsubscribed all my safe searches, or just don't even look at my emails for what's popping up on eBay, knowing that all that stuff will still be there when I get back. There's nothing on there that I'm buying that I won't be able to buy later, and I need to remind myself of that. There's some tennis autographs up right now I'd love to have, but I still think they'll be there. I mean, even if I pay 10% more later, because maybe they have a good tournament or two, I'm fine with it, because I can say I did my best to save up. So that's where I'm at. I hope you like my stories. Like I said, just if they weren't knee slappers or what have you, or a Del Griffith style anecdote, then you'll have to forgive me. But that's what I have. I'm looking forward to this year's National. Really loved, again, all the Strongsville recap stuff. Happy for you guys that you got to do that, guys and girls. And that's it for now. Until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.